Hello everybody, Aiden here, and welcome to another video on the Around the Slice Entertainment YouTube channel. Today I am very excited because I am going to be giving you my top 10 most anticipated movies for 2026. So first, before getting into the official top 10 list, I have 5 honorable mentions in no particular order of importance that I'm looking forward to these movies, but I don't know much about per se. I have a very limited knowledge of right now at the moment, or I just have my own personal concerns about for one reason or another. So, first official honorable mention Project Hail Mary. From my understanding, this is another movie from the highly acclaimed animation team of Lord and Miller. They're very highly acclaimed movie makers in the space. Apparently, this is um, a highly beloved book. I've heard, though, if you haven't read the book, don't watch the trailers because it does, in fact, give up too much information. So I won't. But I am looking for that. Next, Masters of the Universe. For my limited knowledge of this as well, this is a live action He Man movie. Obviously, He Man was popular back in the 80s. I'm obviously too young to have enjoyed that or gotten into it back in the day. I do love world building stories though, so maybe I will check out some episodes of He-Man Master of the Universe from what I've seen here and there. Check out some just to get a baseline familiarity with these characters, with this world, what this is all about. Next, I do have another honorable mention. I do have Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. I know like nothing about this. But Steven Spielberg, by many accounts, the best director of all time. If I have seen more of his movies in my life, I would probably be much more excited for this. Or this probably would damn near be even in my top 10 list. But I've only seen a couple, I believe, to my memory bank and knowledge at least. I saw Jurassic Park, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen Jaws, but it's been years. I saw it when I was little, so I definitely have to revisit that. I for sure got to check out a lot more of his filmography. But if arguably the best director of all time is making a movie, I'll be seated. And then we have Pixar's Hoppers, which is another original from Pixar, and their originals have been very hit or miss lately, especially with the COVID era films. I do want to see Onward, but I don't really have any interest in checking out Luca, Turning Red. I heard Soul's pretty good, so maybe I'll check that out. But in my opinion, the most unique and best last great original that Pixar had was Coco in 2017. I love the color scheme of that movie. I love the world building of that movie. I love the Hispanic heritage explained. It's incredible. It's very heartfelt and soulful, if you will. But I don't really get excited for Pixar originals, unfortunately, which is sad to say, because just 15 so years ago they're on top of the world. And then Toy Story 5, which is going to be toys versus electronics and how parents struggle with that. Woody's back. I thought he left the franchise, but apparently he's back. So I don't. They're going to have to do some retcon and explain why he's back. I've seen the first 3. I'm definitely going to do a rewatch leading up to this in July. I have not seen Toy Story 4. I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to because I don't want it to ruin that special original trilogy for me. But I know I'm going to eventually have to lead into Toy Story 5. But I'm very, very skeptical why they're bringing Toy Story back. I personally think it should have ended with 3. Andy was going off to college, starting point, and then end point at college. That was a very good ending point. Anyway, number 10, I have Warner Bros. Animated movie Coyote versus Acme. After years of this being canceled, then getting picked up again, and then people inside Warner Bros. Trashing it, we're finally getting this movie. You know, the old classic Looney Tunes. Wile E. Coyote versus Roadrunner, and the stunts that Roadrunners use are from this company named Acme, apparently, and Wile E. Coyote is suing Acme. I'm mainly putting this on here because 1, I love animation, and 2, I love Looney Tunes. I find myself going back to those classic episodes, whether they're black and white, whether they're in color, or the more modernized Looney Tunes show I thought was hilarious back in the day when I was a kid growing up. But yeah, I'm probably going to go check those out. But I love the Looney Tunes universe animation, 2 of my favorite things. So that's why I'm putting this on here. And I think a standalone movie for Wile E. Coyote, and I'm sure Roadrunner will make an appearance because it's his company. So yeah. Next at number 9, we have The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender. I am so close to being done with Atla, that original Avatar: The Last Airbender animated series from Nickelodeon all those years ago. It's on Netflix. I absolutely adore it. The storytelling, the world building, the animation style is so unique. I adore that series for many different reasons. Originally, this was supposed to be coming out in theaters, but now it's coming out later this year on Paramount Plus only, and specifically the main reason I put this on here at number 9. I love Atla. I only have 3 or 4 episodes left specifically, as I mentioned mainly, but yeah, it's really unique how they're gonna. And I'm in an Aang solo movie. I think expanding that lore and explaining his background, and maybe he goes off on some solo adventures here and there. That's really really cool to me. At number 8, I have Violent Night 2. So I've been wanting to rewatch Violent Night since it came out in December of 2022 for a few years now, and I finally did in December of, well, technically last year now, December of 2025, and I thought it was hilarious. And it's basically a modern day Die Hard with a Santa Claus spin on it, and I think that's incredible. I love David Harbour, whether it's in the MCU as Red Guardian now or Stranger Things, his most known prominent role pretty much as Jim Hopper. I just want to see Santa doing some cool action shit again, killing some people. I mean, that's really all we want in an Christmas action movie like that. Modern day Die Hard 4. Sure, I think this could be a trilogy. Like, F it, who cares? This is awesome. Number 7, I have DCU's Clayface. This is going to be with Mike Flanagan taking over as director. This is going to be a body horror spin on Clayface on the DCU. This would be a few spots higher for me if I really knew much about Clayface, but I didn't really screw around with the DCEU. I've seen a select few of those movies, but not overall. The only real connection I have to Clayface is seeing him in animated form in HBO Max's Creature Commandos, which I loved from last year, which was really a soft kickoff to the DCU as a whole. That's why I don't have Clayface a few spots higher, and I'm really not the biggest horror fan, but I just want to explore more of this universe. The DCU has so much to explore and offer. A new universe is always exciting. Speaking of a new universe, number 6, I had Supergirl. So, fun fact, this is the first DCU project. So, James Gunn wrote Creature Commandos. He wrote Superman. This is the first DCU project where it's not going to be written by James Gunn. But ironically enough, if you watch the trailer, it is James Gunn vibes all over it. It feels like Guardians of the Galaxy to a T, where it's kind of like lighthearted, comedic, this found family vibe, if you will. I'm really excited for this because James Gunn takes so much care for his characters, and even though he's not writing it, I'm sure he's involved with every little detail as well. At number 5, I have Dune Messiah. Or Dune Part 3, whatever the hell they're calling it. Whatever the official marketing is, Dune Messiah, Dune Part 3. But I have to see Dune. I have to see Dune 2. Zendaya's in it, obviously one of the best, most popular working actresses today. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But I gotta see the first 2. But the first 2 aren't. People say like the first 2 aren't just great; they're like legitimately the best movies of the 2020s. They're the best, one of the best 2 movies of the decade, and this trilogy is going to be incredible. And Denis Villeneuve, captures these epics, the storytelling from what I could tell. I definitely have to watch these 2 movies, so that's down there. Number 4, people may think this is cheesy or nostalgia bait. I don't care. I love nostalgia bait. Number 4, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The Super Mario movie, the original one, it made me tear off a bit, just going back to when I was a little kid playing Mario with my brother. And then I have 2 brothers now, so I guess both of them. But yeah, I mean, I love Nintendo. It's one of my biggest passions in life. I love their games and the lore they can explore here with Rosalina, and they go up to space and they literally explore the galaxy with Super Mario Galaxy. I'm actually playing through Super Mario Galaxy and then moving on to Super Mario Galaxy 2 right now. I never finished Super Mario Galaxy as a kid, and I never even touched Galaxy 2, so I'm playing through those right now as we speak. So, I mean, this is going to be incredible. The animation looked incredible. The voice work, I think Chris Pratt and Charlie Day get too much crap. I think they're perfectly fine. I know people say, oh, it's just nostalgia bait. How much Nintendo lore can we get? I don't care. Like, as a kid, would I have ever imagined that Mario would be brought to a movie screen? No. So Superman Galaxy movie at number 4 for me personally. At number 3, I have Avengers Doomsday. I know what you're all gonna say, Aiden. How can you have Avengers Doomsday at number 3? It's just nostalgia bait. Yes, am I concerned that's just nostalgia? I'm gonna be late on story. Of course, this movie reeks of desperation. They're bringing back Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. They're bringing back serious tone Thor, which I do actually enjoy. They're cramming everybody and anybody they can, the X-Men, all these other teams in this movie. So it reeks of desperation. Nothing more than RDJ as Doctor Doom. But this is absolutely going to gross over $1 billion. Anyone that says it's not is just being hater and fooling themselves. I truly believe and feel. So, I mean, I'm nervous, but at the same time, this is going to be an event film. I need to see how this goes on. It still blows my mind to this day how we never got an Avengers team up movies with the Young Avengers or otherwise in phases 4 or 5 specifically, one per, because these characters had to have met each other at some point. How many people can we have running around New York City and New Jersey and Manhattan area down there without actually meeting each other? But they're going to meet each other now. I'm nervous. It reeks of desperation. I don't care if it's nostalgia bait. I love nostalgia bait movies. I really want to feel what I feel like I did for Infinity War and Endgame again. Number 2, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. This guy, I love Greek mythology. I love lore that goes with Greek mythology. So The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is right up my alley. Oppenheimer was a big, huge, nearly 3-hour epic. I'm sure this is going to be a nearly 3-hour epic as well. Christopher Nolan, probably the best, if Steven Spielberg's the best director bottom line of all time in general, then Christopher Nolan's definitely, in my eyes, the best working director in Hollywood right now. If he's coming back to direct The Odyssey, you know it's going to be good. Yeah, there's going to be those fans. Well, that's not book accurate, and that's not really Greek accurate, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Sit back for nearly 3 hours, and if you love Greek mythology, you're going to love this. Zendaya's in it. Tom Holland's in it. Freaking Matt Damon's in it. It's going to be a huge epic in every sense of the word. I hope it's nearly 3 hours, if not more. I'll sit there, eat my popcorn, and enjoy it the whole entire time. Christopher Nolan knows how to make event films, and if he's taking on something as big as The Odyssey, he must know what he's doing. He must got a few tricks up his sleeve. And then number 1 is Spider-Man Brand New Day. I adore the first 2 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, Homecoming and Far From Home specifically. I know people say Far From Home is just okay and Homecoming is much better. I think Far From Home is criminally underrated. I think both are outstanding. I really like the Vulture villain in Homecoming, and I really like Far From Home that they expand on Tom Holland in his high school years. The thing I'm a bit worried about, I want this movie to be, I love innocent street swinging, web swinging, Tom Holland web swinging Spider-Man. That's why it makes Homecoming and Far From Home so great, in my opinion. And when I hear the words that Bruce Banner / Hulk is going to be coming back in this movie, I get a little frightened, because does that mean he's going to take us on an epic globe-trotting multiversal adventure? I really hope that's not the case. I really want them to keep this small scale, innocent, just like the 2 movies are. I'll be really interested to see if Zendaya's MJ remembers Tom Holland's Peter Parker, because remember at the end of No Way Home, he couldn't remember him. She couldn't remember who he was, but she had the black necklace around her, so there were hints and pieces to that if you picked up on it. People didn't like Far From Home. Well, they liked it at first, but it's really sour, and people say, looking back on it, it was actually nostalgia bait. They were just throwing all this fan service at us. Okay, I'm a fan and I was serviced. End of story. Well, what's the problem with nostalgia bait? People look down on the nostalgia. People look fan service like it's desperation. In cases, can it be desperation like some aspects of Avengers Doomsday? Sure, but it doesn't always have to be the case there. So anyway, number 1, Spider-Man Brand New Day. My hopes and dreams are they keep it street level. They keep it innocent, and we see some good old-fashioned web swinging at the end of the day. So yeah, those are my top 10 movies, and then I gave you 5 honorable mentions. So next week, I'm going to be giving you my top 10 most anticipated TV shows of 2026, because honestly, I love watching television, and I love dissecting TV shows even more so than movies. So look forward to that next week. We always have fun, exciting content coming out on the Round the Slice YouTube channel here, entertainment YouTube channel here. But for regularly scheduled programming that you can expect every Thursday night we got The Pit. Every Sunday night we got A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones spinoff series. And then tomorrow, at the time of this recording, so on Saturday being tomorrow, I'm going to be giving you my review of the first 3 episodes of The Beauty on FX. The Beauty on FX. The first 3 episodes specifically, I'll give you, which from my understanding is like an sci-fi action thriller or something in that vein. And it's stars Anthony Ramos. So, or Ramirez, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Please follow me on Twitter at A1Getter13 for any movie takes or anything of that nature. Please like and subscribe. Please share this video and channel with anyone and everyone you know. Let me know down in the comments below. What are your most anticipated movies of this year? It doesn't have to be a full top 10 list. You can just let me know what are a few you're looking forward to, whether that be animated, live action, or otherwise. Maybe the under the radar ones that people aren't talking about enough. But thank you for the support as always. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.